Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome to another stream where we actually discuss everything that has happened. Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United. This is a massive deal. Of course, screw this, bro. Big up everyone that joined us from the football terrace, guys. Of course, hit the like button, people. If you are here, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, of course, listen, all I want to say is we're here for it. We're here for it. Man United are getting the players. Baleba's there is going to be joining. And for all the Man United fans that joined, I was correct yesterday on the football terrace when I said that Man United should be targeting an athletic midfielder. And they gaslit me and they told me Hackney or whatever his name is. And I was right. Thank God that the people that watched the football terrace yesterday, they don't actually manage Man United and they didn't go for Hackney. They're trying to get Baleba. They're trying to get Baleba, not Hackney. That is what is going on. But listen, all I gotta say is my man Sesko joined Manchester United and they are targeting Baleba. The new striker for Amarim is there and Man United are living their life. The fans believe that they're gonna be great next season, that Sesko's gonna score buckets, that Mbuemo and Cunha are gonna cook. Bro, yesterday listen, before we go on, there is 700 people in the house. Can we get the like up a little bit? Can we get the likes up? And also, I am very close to 39,000 subscribers. So if you are here and if you are new to the channel, hit that like button. People, subscribe to the channel. We're talking Isak as well. And we're talking Rodrigo or Barcola. Anyone that says that it's clickbait, Rodrigo or not Rodrigo, it is confirmed that Liverpool and Arsenal asked about Rodrigo to join in a loan deal. Of course, I know that a lot of you are watching the PSG game. I don't think it's televised here. So, I am actually not watching the game, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, this is kind of like ridiculous. Like you guys tell me what is going on in the league, of course. People that say that Shirky got a vote, yay! Guys, 300 likes minimum. The like button, if you don't know, is underneath the live chat. Bro, they are talking about Baleba. But listen, I want to start with Sesko and Manchester United because a lot of people accuse me of not talking about it. We'll talk about Eze and Arsenal and the meltdown that is happening from Arsenal fans, bro. The meltdown. that is happening from Arsenal fans, and everyone is actually now panicking. Liverpool fans, embrace yourself, because I don't know what does that mean. I don't know what does that mean. Was that you or me getting the WhatsApp? No, it was you. It was you. I didn't get a WhatsApp notification. Or maybe I did. I don't know actually. Or maybe I did, to be honest with you. But Sesko joining Man United, for some whatever fucking reason, nobody wants to join Newcastle. Like, there is the talk that he joined Newcastle after like a convincing talk, or like, this is like the whatever thing is like, Ruben Amorim spent 2 hours laying out his tactics and vision to my man, of course, Sesko, for him to join Man United. Basically, my mic keeps cutting out. Are people telling me my mic is cutting out? You mad? I don't think my mic is cutting out. Is my mic cutting out? People say that I'm gaslighting Man United again is actually nuts. Yeah, this is actually crazy. I'm gaslighting Man United. If Benjamin Sesko is joined Man United, meanwhile Eddie hasn't even having a chat with Sesko. Bro, I don't know what is going on for Manchester, for Newcastle. The project is finished, and it's all Isak's fault. It is all Isak's fault. It is their fault. So it's 60% Isak's fault and 40% Newcastle fault. Liverpool have no hand in this. I am not faulting Liverpool in this. I am not like doing anything about it. But listen, there is like the, I'm not sure if you all have seen that tweet about, like, Staffy actually tweeted that the other day. Like, this is the talk that actually has been happening at Newcastle. What is the video that there is a video that Staffy tweeted yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys have watched it or not, but the Newcastle fans, the meltdown, here you go. It is happening. It's right here. The meltdown from some of the Newcastle fans are absolutely nuts. It's the 2 days ago video. And bro, these Newcastle fans cannot believe what is going on. They can't believe this one. This one is fucking crazy. I'm not sure if you guys have watched this, but hit the like button and watch this. Bro, watch this, guys.
Manchester United, on the other hand, the fact that we have the potential to lose this fight has got me seething. Yeah. They are an absolute joke of a club where players go to die, effectively. You've got Sancho with mental health issues, depression, Anthony with the same issues. These are £80 million players that go there to not be progressed as players, and they are trapped because of the high salaries and fees. They can't get out when they realise they've made a mistake. It is a grossly run club. They are £1 billion in debt, but because of their high revenue due to the way the rules are written, they can spend upwards of £200 million across 3 attackers this window, which is an absolute disgrace. Yeah. They do not improve players. It is not a happy club. It is not a competitive club at the moment. They finished on barely above 40 points last season, have no European competition, play an ambiguous formation at best. Bruno Fernandes, their best player, is a rat bag and tried to hack people from behind the other day. It is a disgusting club, rotting, and it needs to be gutted. There is no reason for people to be joining Manchester United over us.
I got to say a couple of things about this, to be honest. I got to say a couple of things. Here is the problem with this. Here is, to be honest with you, I'm going to say something about this first. I don't know who this guy is. I genuinely don't know who this guy is, right? Probably my WhatsApp. Yeah, probably my WhatsApp. Let me mute it. I can mute WhatsApp, actually. I muted the WhatsApp. And I muted the other WhatsApp. I'm muting the WhatsApp. All I have to say is that this is someone who's speaking like this because their club, they have money now and they can compete with the top clubs, okay? Basically, that is what he's saying, all right? Here is the problem. If Newcastle did the same for a player that is playing at a team like, let's say, Fulham or Ipswich or Luton or something like this, he would be praising it. He would be praising and saying, yes, we are in the Champions League. We deserve the better players and all the talk. The problem with this is that I think the Newcastle project should be attractive, right? For some whatever reason, no one is actually now wanting to join Newcastle. Even they might miss on Nicholas Jackson. They might miss on Nicholas. Where is the news? There is the news about Nicholas Jackson, bro. There is Bayern Munich now have entered the Nicholas Jackson. The problem is, to be honest with you, I like the Newcastle project. I think it was so exciting. For whatever reason, and I gotta admit, I was sent stuff by Redline Teranga. I was sent other stuff today by my friends and my viewers on Twitter and the people that watch the channel, and I love that for them. Redline Teranga has sent me something. Sean has sent me something, right? The guys have sent me that Alexander Isak actually wanted to leave before the summer. As Craig Hope, what's his name? Craig Hope has said that he wanted to leave for the longest. I didn't know this. And Newcastle, as Redline Teranga has said, Newcastle has covered it very well. Very, very well. I believe that Isak is happy at Newcastle. I believe, because they insisted that he wants to stay. But I'm going to go back to Manchester United and the Sesko deal. And we're going to talk about the Isak and the Newcastle deal. There's 850 people here. And guys, big up everybody that has hit the like button. And big up Fonzie. Mo, they think it's PSR conspiracy. My goodness. I don't think the Isak deal, and I'm going to repeat this, and you guys heard me. I don't think the Isak deal to Liverpool has anything to do with PSR. Nothing. Newcastle, based on the information that we keep reading, do not have to sell. They don't need to sell. They are not in PSR trouble. That is what some of the Newcastle fans want us to believe. That is not true. Isak wants to go because he wants to go to a bigger club. That is fine. He wants to go to a bigger club. It has nothing to do with the money. I'm not going to have anyone try to convince me that Newcastle must sell Isak for PSR. If you talk about PSR, you talk about last season and they sold that guy Elliott, whatever his name, that is fine. But they don't have to sell today. They don't. Isak leaving has nothing to do with PSR. There is not one Newcastle journalist that, let me tell you something. Did Sesko reject him for PSR? It is literally reported that Sesko was offered higher salary at Newcastle than Man United. There must be something wrong that we don't know about. Why would Sesko choose Man United, who offered him a lower wage than Newcastle? They don't have Champions League football. They don't have a Champions League football. But he chose Man United. For some whatever reason, I don't know. I am not in the same room with Eddie Howe when he sits and talks to the players. I am not. He is the one. It is reported I haven't even sat with Sesko. Sesko took lower wages to go to Man United, the Taylor here is saying. That is very true. And by the way, I don't believe it's because it is big Man United. No, it is not because of this. It is not because of this. Like, to be honest, you gotta look at it. There is something that happened with that. Because Isak is leaving, people are not convinced. Newcastle are not approaching the players the right way. Why would Sesko choose Man? There is no logical reason for a player to refuse to play Champions League football, to actually reject a higher salary, to join Manchester United currently, unless they are convinced that the project is going down. And there is something that me and you don't know in the background about the owners and backing the club and the future of this project. No one have actually seen this. I know what you're saying, Taylor. It's Man United or not. That is fine. But my point, like, you got to be logical, right? It's big Man United. That is fine. But currently, every single thing, if you remove the Isak thing from the Newcastle, if you remove Alexander Isak, Imagine if Alexander Isak is there. The project of Newcastle look more attractive than the project of Man United. They have rich owners. They have Champions League football. They have good players in Gordon. They signed, like they have Tonali, they have Bruno Guimaraes. They're getting Malik Siao. You know, they have Livramento. They're trying to sign a goalkeeper. Like, be logical. Even if you're a Man United fan, you can be logical. You know what I mean? You know that currently Man United are a bigger club and bigger fan base and everything. But logically speaking, higher wages, Champions League football, he should have chosen Newcastle. But for a reason that I don't know what it is, there is something that is not working and clicking at Newcastle that players and agents know that they were advised against joining their club. Bro, Pedro, Cunha, Buemo, Sesko, everyone rejected them. Everyone. And for the people that say Newcastle, more have respect for Newcastle, that is different. I am telling you, to actually, there is something that I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I know that you cannot buy statue. You're absolutely spot on. That is great. And the fan base and all the stuff about Man United. Man United are miles bigger than Newcastle. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. I'm awake since 7 in the morning and I did that show. And before we keep talking, can we get how are we on 140 likes? And we have 250 votes. We need 500. Guys, I want to go back to the days of 500 likes in the chat to push the video to new viewers. Hit the like button, guys. Yalla, 500 likes minimum. 500 likes. Let's go. We need 5. And also, we're only 50 subscribers away from 39,000. That makes us 1,000 only from reaching 40K. If you like the video, we'll get more viewers, we'll get more subs. Yalla, hit that like button. Sesko is watching Man United win the league when he was a kid. That's fair, and I know that people believe this stuff. I don't believe it as much, but now I might have to believe it. I need to apologize to Manchester United, to be honest. Like, to be honest, I need to apologize to Man United. That is the reality. Like, to be honest, like, they actually landed the player. And I don't know how they landed the player, but they fucking landed the player. It is what it is. What happened to the Spurs game, actually? But let's talk for real about Man United next season, okay? 4-0. Did fucking Spurs lose 4-0? And they want me to take them seriously. 4-0. They're going to play PSG. 4-0. They lost 4-0. Wallahi, I am not sure. I am starting to lean towards a little bit that maybe there is something that can happen that might convince Isak to stay. I don't know what it is, but there must be something that they can do, because bro, they're not. Here you go. Look at this shit. Chris Wheeler. Look at this money. And this is what makes people upset. Look at this tweet. Manchester United data analysis of Brian Mbeumo indicates they have signed the closest thing to Mohamed Salah. So, really? Really? Is it? Is he closest to the Mohamed Salah in the league? But listen, all I have to say, La wallah, this is someone saying he is the closest to Mohamed Salah. Okay, great. He is. My man, Man United have the history, Newcastle history a long time ago. 100% you are right. There is the history, but I don't think that players choose clubs based on like the history like this. I wanted to say something about the Man United midfield and all of this. This is why, Taylor, I wanted to speak about Baleba. What Man United will do, we'll come to this. Number one, they want to offload Højlund for 40 million now. They want 40 million pounds for Højlund. They value Garnacho as 50 million pounds. Chelsea want to pay 30. The valuation is too far from each other. But this is the thing that I wanted to touch on. Baleba, you know that when Fabrizio tweets about this, you know what I mean? You know that there is legs to the story. And he said many things about Baleba. I will tell you more about Baleba soon and all the stuff. I am telling you from now that this is something that is on the table. Man United, when they signed Cunha and when they signed Mbuemo, they pay installments. And I know rivals will hate this, but Baleba to Man United will... that Baleba to Man United change, it's a game changer. It's a game changer in that midfield. Who's going to get dropped? I don't know. But it's a... Yeah, do you remember this shit yesterday? This shit that I was being gaslit yesterday. Hackney. Man United should get Hackney. Mo, you don't watch Hackney, so but you're assuming. But the Hackney is good. I never watched the guy. I never watched the guy play, right? But I'm supposed to believe that so we are talking about Man United fixing the midfield, okay? We're talking like me, Terry, and Staffy, right? And Hussam. We're talking about fixing the Man United midfield athleticism, and they're talking about a championship player that is 23 years old without a Premier League experience, right? So, but I say, Onana, there's Baleba talk, there is other midfielders around in the world, you know what I mean? But I've believe that I need to put faith and believe in Hackney. Who the fuck is Hackney? Who the fuck is this guy? I don't know the guy. Hackney, who? He's good, but okay, I'm not denying he's good. It's the same as, okay, let me give you an example. I think this is even worse than someone telling Arsenal, by the way, to fix all your midfield problems, you need to be able to sign, get a championship player to fix your midfield. Yahi, he is a championship player. Man United should look for bigger and better players. Like Man United should be looking for a Barella, Chouameni, like Camavinga, Baleba. Like, I'm not saying these players, but someone from that ilk. Like, this is where they should be looking at. Hackney's good and everything, but it's a championship player. Like, what's his name then? What's his name? What the fuck? What is his name then? If his name is not Hackney. Like, I don't know his name. But for Man United, do you think now if they get Baleba? Okay, hold on. Let's just imagine that Man United get Baleba. Let's live in a world where Man United get Baleba. Get what? Get Baleba. I bookmarked something. Here we go. Let's say that Man United get Baleba. And their lineup, Arsenal with Lookman, Estevao Williams, my man Jadon Sancho, freedom fighter to enter. Never happening. We don't play with wingers. This lineup, Dorgo, Diallo, Amad Diallo, Delict, Yoro Martinez, Sesko, Mbuemo, Cunha. How good is this lineup in the league? How good is this lineup in the league? Where do you rate this lineup? Is this one of the best starting lineups in the league? Of course, apart from Dorgo, who is an unknown, but he looked very good in the preseason. Is this one of the best lineups in the league? 6-8? You think Newcastle have a better lineup than this? You think Fulham have a better lineup than this? You think Aston Villa have a better lineup than this? Are you mad? Fifth at best? But let me ask you something. Saka, Gyökeres, Martinelli? Let's cook. Saka, Gyökeres, Martinelli, or Cunha, Mbeumo, Sesko? Gyökeres is better. But as a combination, which one do you think creates more chances? Yeah, their bench is weak. I'm being honest. Which one? There is no depth. You're right, the man from Uncle. I never said that. No bench. There's Højlund on the bench. There is nothing. There is nobody on the bench. But you have to remember that Xerxes is a bench player. That Diallo can play behind the forward. Okay. Hold on. Think about it. Yeah, Tevin, why are you so upset? Yeah, debate. I should send you the link. In the front line. You think this creates more chances or Gyökeres, Saka, Martinelli? Wallahi, because I can't read every message, Tevin. Because I can't read every... You see the chat. Okay, Tevin, let me tell you. The chat rate is 40 messages per minute. That means a message every second and 20th part of a second. Do you think I can read every single message? So for the people in the chat that say that I can't read every message, wallahi, the chat rate is close to 40. So how can I read every single message? Like how? Yeah, Tevin. Now, okay, the midfield. The problem with this lineup is that it's uncomparable to a lot. Saka will almost single-handedly create more chances than the entire front three combined. You think so? You're convinced? You are convinced. Okay. Can you give me Saka's best season, 20? Can you give me Saka's best season in your opinion? What was Saka's best season in your opinion? What was Saka's best season in people's opinion? Saka's one of the best creators in the league, and I never denied that. I never denied this, but what is Saka's best season, though? It would have, but that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Big up. Like, overall, as a creator, just give me Saka's best season. Right? Like, you guys think that Saka by himself can create more than this front line? Yeah. 22, 23. Okay, then. Okay. 22, 23. Saka 22, 23 versus Cunha and Mbeumo combined. I'm putting Sesko. Cunha. Hit that like button type. Yes, Cunha last season. But yes, Cunha's last season. And Mbeumo. How do you say Mbeumo or Mbeumo? Whatever. Mbeumo. So together, X assists Saka that season is very similar to Brian Mbeumo's last season. That's the X assists. XG Mbeumo's better last season. So Saka's 8.5. Mbeumo. So per 90, Matías Cunha is higher than Saka X assists, right? In terms of chance creation. Shot creating action per 90. Cunha and Saka are similar to each other. Goal creating action. Saka is higher than them, but together they are miles ahead of him. Like, all I have to say is that Saka by himself is not better than this. But that's not, forget Arsenal. Arsenal and Man United are not in the same world, actually. They are not together. We're not going to sit here and say that Arsenal is in the same world as Man United. They aren't. I can't believe that we have 850 people here and we're still talking about Man United after 30 minutes. But the people that say that, Mo, you don't talk about Man United. I did bring it up, to be honest. You're absolutely spot on. I did bring it up. I did bring it up. But this lineup, to be honest with you guys, on paper, if you give this lineup to like Pep Guardiola, you know that this lineup can actually challenge for the league, right? If you give this lineup to Pep Guardiola or what's his name, like Jurgen Klopp, they might challenge for the league. Wallah, I'm telling you, Pep Guardiola, let him work with these guys for a year, bro. It's Pep Guardiola, bro. It's a good 11. I never said it's a good squad. The squad is dead. The squad is dead. Guys, you don't think that Pep Guardiola can develop the league to be even better than Diaz or Lisandro Martinez? Bro, they have Ake. Lisandro Martinez is better on paper. Amad Diallo is good. You guys don't understand that Pep Guardiola does work wonders with players. Baleba is athletic. Bruno Fernandes, if he's playing under Pep Guardiola, you know that Pep Guardiola is strict and Bruno Fernandes is not going to do the madness that he does all the time. You know that, right? You know this. You know that Man United are going to... You guys know exactly what I'm talking. It's Pep Guardiola, you frauds. You can work magic. Guys, this team has 2 of the top 8 of the GA in the league, in Cunha and Mbuemo. They have 2 of the top 8. If they get Baleba as well, that midfield is great. Top 4? No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Someone said Baleba's going AFCON. Who gives a shit about AFCON now? No one cares about AFCON. But listen. You guys think I'm trolling? For real? So we're already giving United Donnarumma. I didn't give United Donnarumma. I don't think they're going to sign Donnarumma. I gave you Eze because I think you're going to sign Eze. 100% I think you're going to sign Eze. I think Eze or Rodrigo is going Arsenal. 100%. Wallahi, people think I'm trolling. You guys like don't understand. You guys don't understand. You don't know. Wallahi, you don't know. Because I am looking at the team in front of me. Sesko's already a hero go. Mbuemo's their player. Cunha's their player. So I am not assuming it. Did I give them Donnarumma? Ah, sorry. Wallahi, I didn't see Donnarumma in the bottom. I am sorry. This is my mistake. I didn't see Donnarumma at the bottom. I am very sorry, guys. I apologize. Here you go. Onana. Assume it's Onana. I didn't give them Donnarumma. Ah, okay. I am sorry. That is my mistake. I apologize for this. I didn't check that they added Donnarumma to this lineup. No, I didn't check. I seriously, wallah, I didn't check. My man, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Pep couldn't challenge last season with his own team. Did you see the amount of injuries he had? But you think Pep can win with this United? Behave more. I think that you're underrating this United team. I think you're underrating this United team. Kobe Meno with Baleba would be great. Actually, there is Bruno Fernandes can play behind the forward. Amad Diallo can play behind the forward. Still, they have Mazraoui. Diego Dallo is not the greatest, but he can play. The people like, why? I don't understand. So this team is dead then. So I want everyone in the chat. I want you to give me the highest you think this Man United team under Amorim, not under Pep, under Amorim. I want everyone in the chat. Give me a position, the highest, the ceiling for this team under Amorim, not Pep. fifth, top 8, maximum top 8, 8, 6, 4th, okay. 4th, 5th, 6th, 4th. Okay. Anyone that said 4th, now you have to answer for your crimes. Because we know that Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and Chelsea are close to each other. Maybe Liverpool are ahead of everyone. So Liverpool are ahead of everyone, okay? So let's remove Liverpool. Let's remove Liverpool, okay? Anyone that said 4th, so you believe that this Man United team under Amorim had a chance of finishing ahead of City, Chelsea, or Arsenal. But you are telling me, under Amorim, but you're telling me that this team, if Pep is the manager, not Amorim, cannot challenge and finish second? Like, so the people that, even the people that said 5th, I'm going to tell you guys, even the people that said 5th, I'm going to give you 5th. 5th. You're telling me that this team is going to finish 5th, so he's making Champions League under Amorim, who a lot of people think that his system is whack, is not great, he's a good coach, but he didn't work out for the Champions League. You're telling me that remove Amorim, who the best manager in the league in Pep Guardiola, and this team will not challenge? I'm telling you, if you think this team can finish 5th or 6th under Amorim, they must be challenging under Pep. A manager can make that much difference. See the difference between you and me? I believe that a manager can make that much difference. I believe that this Man City team, last season, under a different manager, with the injuries they have, they would have finished 7th or 8th. But they finished 3rd because of Pep Guardiola. Same for Arsenal. If it wasn't for Arteta, Arsenal, with the injuries they had, they might have finished 5th or 6th or 7th. Right? If you give them an average manager. So if this team, the ceiling is 5th, which is a lot of you have said 5th, that means Pep Guardiola, which is a massive upgrade on the manager, can finish 2nd, 3rd. That is what I believe. Big up, guys. Thank you so much. Are you forgetting Solanke scored 20 plus goals with Bournemouth? Look at him at Spurs. And Mbeumo only has 1 year of data scoring 20 plus, and Sesko is not good enough. But you watch Mbeumo and you don't think that Mbeumo is a good player. So the difference is, I believe that I'm watching Mbeumo. I believe that his goals and his assists and the way he plays can be replicated. There is a difference between Mbeumo, between Solanke playing as a striker. The striker position is very hard. Mbeumo is not a striker, right? Mbeumo is not a striker. Mbeumo is kind of a false 9. Mbeumo is kind of a false 9. He's playing behind the forward. I'm not saying he's going to get 20 goals. That would be deluded if I sit here, Redline Taranga, and say he's going to get 20 goals. But that 28 GA that he had, they can go down to 20. They can go down to 19. So he can get 20 GA only at Man United. Cunha can get another 20 GA. Sesko, maybe maximum 15 goals. Let's say if Sesko plays every game, he's going to get 15 goals. That by itself is actually better than the Man United front line combined for the last 2 seasons together. Like I want you to go and check the stats of Man United seasons, last season and the season before together. And combine, I'm sure that the numbers I said will be together more than the combined GA that they had. So I'm not saying that Mbeumo is going to get 28 GA or 30 GA, even though it is possible. But he's not dead. Like, he's not suddenly going to go to Man United and get 10 GA. If he goes to Man United and get 10 GA, he's fucking dead. That signing has failed. That signing has failed. 10 GA, 20 GA at least for Mbeumo as someone behind the striker. Sesko, 15 goals at least. No GA. Sesko, 15 goals. So here you go. GA last season, 44. Who's 44? Who got 44? Man United front line. So I gave 20, 15. That is 55. That's plus if Sesko gets a couple of assists. So they will exceed these numbers. Oh my God. Wallah al-Azim, if anyone comes to my chat and think that I'm twerking for Man United, give your head a wobble, bro, and check if you slept covered yesterday or your ass was exposed, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? If you think I am twerking for Man United, I think this is the worst take of all time. Me saying good stuff about Man United because I'm twerking. Like, broski, like, bro, you need to cover it at night. You'll catch cold. You will catch cold. You'll catch cold. Like, people just want me. Okay, you know what? You know what's the easiest thing for me to do? You know what's the easiest? The easiest thing for me to do is to come here and bash Man United. Like, and say that Man United does shit. It doesn't matter. You finished 15th. You are dead. Your club is dead. You finished 15th. Amarim is going to fail. He's going to get sacked in January. It's easy. It is very simple. You know, that gets a lot of views. A couple of laughs. People clap around and we all laugh and we have a couple of jokes and everything is great. But when I speak my mind, people don't like it. Yeah, I'm going to have some shit. Well, I don't even have a lot of Man United subscribers and you know it. You know, go check my videos and see how many Man United subscribers I have versus how many Liverpool, Chelsea, or Arsenal, or even Spurs, bro. Just go check. You're talking about subscribers? Subscribers of Man United? United comes with a different type of pressure, 100%, and I think Amram will be under a lot of pressure. And he will be a lot of pressure. Very realistic from my man. Big up Redline Taranga for supporting. Big up people for supporting the channel. You guys have been absolute legends this last month and this month. You know what I mean? You guys have been absolutely great in the support, the watch hours. We had a great month last summer, last month in terms of watch hours and views and everything. You guys are absolute legends. I'm trying to work as hard as I can, and you guys are helping me. You guys are helping me massively here. So thank you so much. United finished between 5th and 10th. That is realistic. I don't think they finished 10th. I think they finished between 5th and 7th. 5th and 7th. I think that would be realistic for me. I don't think, yani, they're going to compete for 5th. Maybe they are not going to get 4th. I don't think they are better than Chelsea. Even though I've seen a lot of surprises in the Premier League or Man City or something, I don't think they have the cojones to finish above one of the top 4. I think the top 4 will be locked for Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. I actually have a feeling that I have a feeling that it's just my analysis that the top is reserved. Actually, the top spot is reserved, to be honest with you. Of course, it's a very good question, my man. Mo, how do you see this midfield stacking up against Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City? Here is the problem with this midfield. This midfield requires a lot of training to be able to play against the midfield 3. Because having 2 in the midfield requires Mbeumo. Now let's talk football. Having Mbeumo and Cunha need to work very hard to cover ground. Also, the wing backs, one of them has to tuck inside to be the 3rd midfielder. So if the ball is on the left, the right side need to tuck inside to be the 3rd midfielder, and vice versa. Mbeumo and Cunha need to work hard. The question that you keep asking yourself, is Cunha a disciplined enough player to be able to stay in that midfield with Bruno and Baleba? If you get Baleba, will Mbeumo drop deep to help in transition and in defense? These are the questions that's Amarim's job, to be able to have everyone buying into the plan and the discipline. We have seen the 3-4-3 thing fail if teams don't have a lot of possession. The last time, right? The last time someone played 3-4-3 was Chelsea. That is Antonio Conte. He's the master in this. You know what I mean? You know what, HM? You can watch without commenting. And I don't know where are you from. I think you said you're from Saudi or something. Why don't you do your own channel? Or I'm tired of you, broski. Here you go. Time out for 5 minutes. You can now watch without even commenting on the show. Hold that. Seriously, hold this. So if you never drop like one good comment, which is, I don't understand why would someone watch someone on YouTube that is free and it doesn't cost a penny to just keep slagging them off. Why do you open? You must be really, I don't know who you are and I don't know your face. You don't have a face on your YouTube channel. You don't have faith. You don't have a face. And you keep talking about Mo is a Muslim, Mo is this. But you never say good stuff. Aren't you supposed to help your Muslim brother? And is that my job? You definitely have a sad life going around in YouTube trying to troll people, you know? Really. It's a very sad life that you're going around YouTube channels, never say good thing, just trying to slag off people. That is kind of weird, to be honest. Go out and touch some grass. Get a girl, bro. Get married or something. If you're married, very big problem. If you're a married guy and you're here on YouTube trying to slag people off, if you're not married, get a girl, bro. Seriously, get a girl. Get laid. Get laid. Probably you need to get laid. That's what you need. Seriously. I know that he is or she is itching to comment, but you hold the timer. Anyway, long story short. So I answered your question, my friend. I answered your question. There is something that I wanted to see right here. Thank you so much. My man, thank you so much for the super chat. Bro, just keep doing what you're doing, love. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. I am doing what I'm doing. It's part of being a YouTuber, is actually responding to trolls. I'm being serious. Well, it became part of our job, like all of us, is responding to trolls when they're trying to troll. Like it's part of the job. It's now part of my life. I wake up and I'm like, I know that I'm going to go on YouTube and there's going to be a couple of people, 3-4 people in the chat that just come in, not to get involved in the conversation, not to listen to football take, not even to get entertained. But the miserable life that some people have, they sit on YouTube, try to slag people off. It's just miserable life. That is the reality. Yeah, to be honest, other than Isak. Do you believe Sesko does well for United? Can you define does well? Can you define does well? Because I believe the problem for this transfer, which is something that I wanted to touch on as well, the problem for this transfer is the price that is paid has to have the expectations very high. Like when you pay that much price, okay. So let me explain to you first the problem with expectations. The price that Man United paid for the likes of Sesko, you would expect him to score at least 20 goals for Man United next season. Based on the price you pay, you should get what you pay for, right? Like when you pay money, you should get what you pay for. That is just logic, dictates that, right? But the problem is because a lot of people don't rate Sesko. If he gets 15 goals, a lot of even rivals will say that they got a good deal. But the reality is 20 goals is minimum for Sesko because of the 90 million euros that this deal is costing. Does that make sense? And if we're going to say that Man United got Cunha and Mbeumo, so they got Sesko, all the tools around him for him to succeed. Like everything around Sesko is set for him to succeed. They got him the playmakers. They have Diallo. They kept the same manager. The manager spoke to him. So everything around Sesko, the platform is set for Sesko to justify the price tag. I know that maybe you say Footy Judge Mo is putting pressure on him. But in the same time, when you pay 90 million euros for a player coming to a big club and Man United having that summer, it's 85 plus 5. So total package is 9. Okay, let's say even 85 million euros. Thank you for correction. Even 85 million euros, at least they should get you, as a striker, they should get you 20 goals, right? At least. Like, at least he should get you 20 goals. But no one is expecting him to get 20 goals. Nobody. No one on YouTube is expecting Benjamin Sesko to go to Man United and get 20 goals, because not a lot of people don't rate him that high. A lot of people don't rate him. Someone's asking me, I've been asked that question too many times. I don't have a Premier League team that I like. So to answer your question, I believe he's going to get 15 goals at least if he starts at least 32 games. Okay, let me repeat that again, Fonzie, to respond to you. I believe he gets 15 goals at least if he at least starts 32 games. Unless it's enough. HM, it's enough. You supported me but you come here and you never say something other than trying to troll. So it doesn't matter if you support. What do you mean support? You watch the show, you support the show, you watch the show. But you never say anything constructive, do you? If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. You come in here, 99% of your comments are just trying to troll. See, I'm giving you airtime again out of respect for you being a viewer for 3 years, even though I started this channel 2 years. So I'm giving you airtime and I'm responding to you even though you're trolling, right? This is the last time I'm telling you. If you want to get involved in the conversation, it is fine. If 90% of your comments are just trolling, don't watch. Don't watch. That's the reality. 20, big up 20. A big chance is created in 24-25. Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko combined 36. Big chances created in 8,500 minutes or 0.38 per 90. Saka 22 in 1,700 minutes. You included Sesko, and I didn't mention Sesko, and I have it right here in front of me. Saka's best season last season per 90. Shot creating action. Shot creating action is 4.59. X assists. Okay. XG assists. Saka last season per 90. 0.24 per 90. X assists. So X expected assisted goals, right? 0.24 per 90. That is in 22-23. And Cunha is 0.27 and Mbeumo is 0.22. Let me change, just to respect to your super chat, and you did the hard work. You went and you did the hard work. Let me change it to Bukayo Saka last season, 23-24. Again, here we go. X assists, Saka per 90.32, Cunha 0.27, and Mbeumo 0.22. Okay, so still, together they are more than him. Another criteria, let's change it to last season, when Saka didn't play enough minutes, actually. Saka didn't play enough minutes. Saka last season is 0.4, both of them together is 0.5. So factually, X-assisted goals, both together are higher than Saka. But I get, you said big chances created. No, it's fine. I literally responded to you with FBRF. It's right in front of me. So maybe you're right. Anyway, I did 24-25. It's right there in front of me, and I gave you the numbers. And also, Saka only played 1,700 minutes. Right? and they have more goals than him. Anyway, but thank you. I did count per 90. I genuinely did count. This is per 90. 0.4 assists, 0.4 XG assists, and Cunha and Mbeumo combined 0.27 and 0.22, so 0.5. I did count per 90. But X assist is X expected goals. So basically, it's expected goals, right? I guess we'll see. If Saka creates more chances than them next season, you'll be right and I'll be wrong. If Saka by himself creates more chances than them, I'll be wrong and you'll be right. It's very simple, by the way. It's a simple thing. Can't imagine that we spent 57 minutes talking on Arsenal. Big chances created. Bukayo Saka 21. Ya عمي last season Bukayo Saka 21 and Mbeumo 17. Interesting. Bukayo Saka created 21 chances. It's crazy. It's fucking creative as fuck. But are we continuing with the news or we're stuck at Man United? By the way, Garnacho, thank you 20 by the way for getting involved. X assists doesn't equal chances created. You can create one chance that is worth 0.5 XG, or I can create 5 chances worth 0.5 XG, same XG, but I created more chances. But that means the quality of the chance you create is less, right? Okay, so basically, what you're saying is correct. That means you create one chance that is worth 0.5 XG. That means this chance, right? This chance is good enough. Okay, let me just say that. 5 good chances. Each one of them is 0.2 XG. For me, in my book, is equal to someone having an X assist of an XG of 1. Because basically, he created a chance that is most likely is going to be a goal. That makes sense. Does that make sense? Like he created a chance that is most likely going to be a goal, while someone having an X assist of 0.25 times, he created 5 or maybe 2. That means that chance is the same as these 2 chances. Basically. Let's see X assists. X assists. X assists. XAG. What is X assists? X assists. That is 0.41 versus kind of very close. Mbeumo and Cunha is very close to Saka by himself. I did find it. Saka last season is 0.41 versus together the other guys is 0.43. So they are marginally higher than them. Yes. But Saka didn't play enough minutes for me to judge him. He only played what equals 19 games, basically. But fair enough. Thank you, 20, by the way. Appreciate you. Can you please compare Man United 3 with Salah, Wirtz, and Hugo? That is very hard to do. You can do it yourself. And just give us the number and we will confirm. Højlund, Baleba. Can we now speak about a couple of things? Man United are using Madueke. By the way, Man United using Madueke as the benchmark for Garnacho. It's so shameless. But we'll see. If they find a club that is willing to pay 50 million for Garnacho, hats off to Manchester United. Hats off to them. Bayern Munich have entered. By the way, I want to touch on the Arsenal a little bit. Before we speak about Liverpool, we're 1 like away from 300 likes, by the way. We're 1 like, and I said we need to get 500 likes live. 500. And we are 35 subs from 39K, by the way. 39. Astonishing. Oh, this is not you're talking to me. There's someone that is named Astonishing. That is someone that here is named Astonishing, man. Does anybody think that there is legs to this news? I believe there is legs to this news, by the way. I genuinely believe there are legs to this news. I believe that Arsenal and Liverpool are going to try to sign Rodrigo. There is another news about Rodrigo with Arsenal sending a loan option to Real Madrid. The problem is Rodrigo himself has not actually said yes or no. But I actually believe that Arsenal need Rodrigo massively. I think Arsenal need Rodrigo or Leao. Eze as well. Arsenal need Eze. Right? Arsenal need Eze massively. I know a lot of you didn't like what we said this morning about Arsenal. Like a lot of people didn't like that we are criticizing. A lot of people don't like it when we criticize Arsenal. But I think based on what we have seen and based on the end result of last season and how Arteta plays, I believe that is worth a criticism. It is worth criticism. Because, again, Arsenal are going this season, and I genuinely think that Arsenal should be able, Arsenal should be able to play good football. You sign the forward. I don't like the hate that Eucharist is getting. It reminds me of the hate that Haaland got when he first signed for Manchester City, and everyone thought that Haaland would flop and Darwin Núñez is going to get more goals. Eucharist needs time. The problem is not Eucharist at all. The problem is when I'm looking at Arsenal now, I am genuinely not convinced that Arsenal will win the league. I'm sitting here, I'm convinced that Liverpool will win the league. That doesn't mean that I think it's a 0%. I just think that if I'm looking at this now, I think that Liverpool are closer to win the league than Arsenal. While I think that Arsenal should have actually given their fans and given people more hope than just, oh yeah, it's vibes. Maybe if something wrong happens with Liverpool, maybe if Van Dijk, I think Arsenal should go into next season with a belief, right? With a belief that we are equal to Liverpool. We should be, right? We should be able to win that league against Liverpool. We should be able. And I'm sure that a lot of Arsenal fans are not convinced about that. A lot of Arsenal fans are not convinced about this. Some Arsenal fans are thinking, right? Some Arsenal fans are still thinking that maybe Arsenal will go back to the football they played. Okay, Kevin. These two matches everyone are criticizing us for had Norgard and Rice and Norgard and Moreno. We have seen Zubamendi, Odegaard for less than 30 minutes together and none with Eucharist. Mikel has not played with our creators. I like this comment, and it's a very fair comment, and I like the challenge, Stephen. I like it. It's a very good challenge. I am still one of the people that is convinced that it is not about changing one or two. Because Arteta has spent a lot of times with players, forget Norgard, forget Zubamendi. The system should be the same regardless. And I still see, even when Odegaard was on the pitch, even when Zubamendi is on the pitch, the main go-to is try to go to the right side and try to go to the line. Try to go. And that is probably due to the left side being dead. Here is what I think. If Arsenal get Eze, or Arsenal get someone like Rodrigo, and they start on the left, I believe that naturally, players like Odegaard, players like Zubamendi, Saliba, Timba, Gabriel, their mind will take them to pass to the left. Anyone that watches football for a long time or played football, you know that on the pitch, players normally go to their strongest side that they believe. It's just natural for players, for the midfielders. Normally, the midfielders choose to pass to the strongest. Like when I play with my guys, sometimes we have this guy like came to play with us, and he was a left winger. And oh my word, his name was Yusuf. He was ridiculous. He was arguably one of the best players in the league. He couldn't continue because he went to the army. But he was absolutely fucking crazy. The games he showed up to us with us, naturally, when we start the middle, the center backs, we go to the left because he played left wing. And I think the problem is that the left side, everyone believes at Arsenal, the fans believe it, the players believe it, that the left side is dead. That Martinelli is not going to make something happen. Liverpool, for example, everyone tries to go for Salah, but Salah wins you the league, basically. I remember when Mane was there, Liverpool, you cannot know which part, which side of the game, which side of the pitch will Liverpool go to. Is it going to be the left? Is it going to be the right side? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? You never knew what is going to happen. It's the thing about it. I want to see movement. There is 1 week left for the Premier League to start. It's Thursday. It's Thursday, August 7th. Premier League starts August 15th. And we are sitting here and Arsenal are still trying to think about the outgoings, right? I think that if Arsenal get Eze, it will provide a spark to the team. If Arsenal get Rodrigo, it will provide a spark to the team. It will provide a spark that it will not die, even if Arsenal doesn't do well in the beginning. There will always be the hope for Arsenal. There will always be the hope that, yeah, they will get embedded, they will play well. That is what I think is going to happen for Arsenal, to be honest with you. I think it's, if they get Eze or Rodrigo, that spark will be there. People that say that Eze is overrated, Eze provides something that Arsenal don't have, which is the flair that we saw Max Doman does. That's what he does, the flair, the flicks and tricks, the out-of-the-box thinking that he has. I genuinely think that Eze provides something that they don't have, and I think that is going to be a game changer for them, in my opinion. A game changer for them. But I want to ask something that a lot of people, like in the morning, when we did the show in the morning, and a lot of people were talking about the chances. Guys, hit that like button underneath your chat. Guys, let's get to 500 likes live. We already have like 600 votes. Can we get 500 likes? 600 votes. Can I ask you guys something? If Arsenal get Eze and Liverpool don't get Isak, there are the news about Isak and all the stuff that are happening, and Nicholas Jackson going to Saudi Arabia. By the way, there's the Lokman news for Arsenal, and Wissa going to Saudi Arabia, and all the shit that is happening with Newcastle currently and Isak. If Liverpool don't get Alexander Isak, does anybody in the chat agree with the people of the panel this morning that they think that City will win the league? By the way, it was astonishing to me that none of the people said Arsenal. There are a lot of people said it's either Liverpool or City, and that was new to me. So I am astonished that that was the thinking of the people, right? But does anybody think that if Newcastle don't buy a striker, do you think they sell Isak? I don't know why I'm convinced that that might not happen, actually. I'm convinced that at the end, yeah, I know that Isak throws a tantrum and everything. They might give him the money because they're not going to go next season without a forward, right? They're not going to go next season without a striker. Like, we need to actually think about that as a possibility now. They keep being rejected from everyone on the face of the earth, right? It is like Newcastle feeling remains Isak will be sold or extend. That is the key thing that Ben Jacobs have said. Newcastle think that he either extend or being sold. He didn't say that he feels that Newcastle will be sold 100%. Newcastle, if Newcastle can't find an alternative, he might stay. Why not? People that say that the bridges cannot be rebuilt, they can. I'm telling you, they absolutely can. With money, a release clause, increase in salary, the guy will stay at Newcastle for 1 year. They put a release clause. He's playing football. He's starting forward for Newcastle. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Like he's gonna play for Newcastle. If I know that some Liverpool fans don't want to believe it, but it can happen. Maybe Liverpool go for him in January, but there will be a release clause, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. There will be a release clause. There will be a release clause if he signs a new contract. I don't know how much they put in the release clause, maybe 110, 120 or something like this, and he's gone. Maybe that is the case. People that keep saying 100 million for Baleba is actually nuts and crazy, to be honest. 100 million for Baleba is crazy. It's not going to be 100 million. You know that for a fact. It's going to be something else. It's going to be much less. That is possibly, but not likely. Currently, if I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at what is going on now, bro, who's the striker? Chelsea will start from 80 million valuation for Nicholas Jackson. Let's see the bids. Newcastle interest, Spurs interest if Richarlison leave, and the interest. This is crazy. Again, this is crazy. If these guys are trying to get 80 million for Nicholas Jackson, bro, like, but how much? Like, bro, 50 million is a lot for Jackson. 50 million is a lot for Jackson. And if the interest is from Italy, no one is paying that much money for him, bro. No one is paying that much money for the guy. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. And my friends know it. Your cousin know it. Your auntie knows it. 80 million for Jackson is a lot of money. Is a lot of money. Tons of money as well. So that is not happening. But Chelsea will find a fucking way. You know that for a fact. Chelsea will find a way, actually. What is going on here? Isak and Liverpool. But anyway, listen. I'm not going to stay for long. I'm just going to now end it here. Is Lewis still live until this moment? Is Lewis live? Yeah, I'm going to redirect to Lewis, actually. I'm going to redirect to Lewis. Hit that like button, guys, before you go. Let's get to 400 likes at least. Like, I asked for 500. We're only on 345. Also, I will see you guys tomorrow. Turn on that notification bell because YouTube is not our friend. So turn on the notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for everyone supporting the channel. Of course, Redline Taranga, The Rational Red, RV, 20, Fonzie, Mookie, of course. Big up Iron Swan. Big up, guys, for supporting the channel. I will see you guys soon. Sorry.